So right now, everyone is talking about Nnamdi Kanu again. The news coming out says his health is not looking good at all. And because of that, a group called the Igbo Political Network, or IPN, has now joined the growing number of people asking that he should be released. They say this is not even about politics anymore. It's about life. It's about health. It's about basic human rights. Now, if you're watching this, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can get more updates like this as they happen. It helps a lot when you do that. So back to the gist. The IPN came out and made a statement saying that they're worried about the reports that Kanu's health is getting worse while in custody. They say no matter what someone is accused of, if his health starts to fail, the government has a duty to make sure he gets proper medical care. They believe that keeping him locked up while his condition is worsening doesn't show fairness or compassion. And honestly, that's the point everyone is now discussing. Because whether you like him or not, Nnamdi Kanu is still a Nigerian citizen. He has supporters, he has critics, but health is one thing that should not be played with. You can charge a person, you can take him to court, but if someone is sick, you take care of him first. That's what the IPN is standing on. They're saying, let him go and treat himself properly, and then the law can continue its work after that. Please, if you're still watching and enjoying this gist, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Don't wait till the end. It really helps this channel grow. Now, this matter is deeper than it looks on the surface. You see, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is not just about one man. It has become a symbol of how people in the Southeast feel. Many people in that region believe that their voices are not being heard enough, that their region is being left behind. So when you hear calls for Kanu's release, sometimes it's not just about him personally, it's also about the feeling of being ignored and wanting fairness. And that's what makes this situation so delicate. On one hand, you have the government saying that the case is in court and that the law must take its full course. On the other hand, you have groups like IPN, and so many human rights advocates saying that justice should always go hand in hand with humanity. They say you can't talk about justice while someone's health is collapsing in detention. That balance is where the tension lies. If you're following the story, you'll remember that Kanu's legal team has also said several times that he is not getting enough medical care. They've said his medical records show signs of serious illness, and they've asked that he be allowed to go to an independent hospital. Some court rulings have even supported the idea that he deserves medical attention, but the process has been slow. And that's what the IPN is calling attention to again now. As this story spreads, people are beginning to ask a lot of questions. They're asking, how did it get to this point? What's really happening inside detention? And if someone's health is in danger, shouldn't there be urgent steps to protect life first before anything else? These are honest questions that every citizen should care about, no matter what side they're on. By the way, if you're still watching, please pause for a second and give this video a like and make sure you subscribe to stay updated. I really appreciate everyone that supports this channel. Now, let's look at it this way. There's a difference between justice and revenge. Justice is about doing what's right by the law. Revenge is about trying to punish someone without care for fairness. If the country wants to show that it stands for justice, then fairness, compassion, and respect for human life must always come first. If someone is sick, you help him heal. That's what makes society humane. And think about it. If Kanu's health gets worse and something bad happens, what message will that send? It will create more anger, more division, and more pain. It's better to prevent such by doing what's right now. Releasing him on medical grounds does not mean the case is over. It just means that we respect the value of human life while still allowing the law to continue its course. Many analysts have said the same thing, that this is a chance for the government to show leadership, to show that even in disagreement, compassion still exists. Because at the end of the day, government and citizens should not be enemies. We're all part of the same country, and what affects one person today can affect another tomorrow. And to the people watching, what do you think? Should someone be released if their health is getting worse in detention? Or should they stay until the court process ends completely? Share your opinion in the comment section. I really want to read your thoughts. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe before you continue listening, please. Now, one thing that stands out in this whole issue is how much emotion is attached to it. For some people, Nnamdi Kanu represents a voice they believe speaks for them. For others, they see him as a controversial figure. But no matter what you believe, everyone can agree that health is something that should not be taken lightly. Even in other countries, when high-profile people are detained and fall sick, sometimes courts grant them temporary release for medical treatment. It's not new, it's part of respecting the basic dignity of human life. So if IPN and other groups are calling for that, it's a call that should be heard carefully. Now, some people might ask, what will happen if he is released? Will there be calm? Will there be more tension? These are questions nobody can answer for sure. But what's clear is that how this issue is handled will have a big effect on trust between the government and the people, especially in the Southeast. People there are watching closely. Every move the government makes in this case will either build or break trust. That's why transparency matters. If his health truly is getting worse, then letting him go for treatment is not a weakness. It's leadership. Let's also think about the bigger picture. Nigeria as a country has been dealing with many issues: insecurity, economy, public trust. When situations like this come up, it's a test of how fair and humane the system really is. Because if one region feels that they are not treated equally, it adds to the frustration already out there. And for everyone who keeps saying, let the law take its course, that's absolutely correct. But the law also allows for compassion. It allows for bail on health grounds. It allows for medical care. Justice doesn't mean suffering. Justice means doing what's right, both legally and morally. So the IPN is not saying forget the law. They're saying remember humanity too. They're saying that Kanu's health has to be treated as priority, because if life is lost, there's no more justice to pursue. Now, please, if you're still listening, kindly like this video and subscribe. It helps a lot, and it tells YouTube that people value this kind of balanced, respectful conversation. As we continue to watch how this story unfolds, we have to hope that both sides, the authorities and Kanu's supporters, can find a middle ground. Maybe the court can set conditions for medical release that ensure he returns to face the case later. That way, everyone wins. Health is protected, and justice is not ignored. And to the people who are watching from different parts of Nigeria, this story is a reminder for all of us. No matter where you come from, justice and fairness should be for everyone, not for some. The Southeast deserves to feel heard, and the government deserves to be trusted. For that to happen, both must act in good faith. So as this news continues to trend, let's remember to stay calm, seek truth, and avoid spreading false stories. And please, again, before you leave, like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can stay updated every time we post new content.